Hello everyone. We are continuing our exploration of percent today. So you're going to be working with a partner, and partner A and partner B have different problems, but they're very similar. It's the same problem with just some different numbers. So you guys are going to be able to support one another in your work today. What I want you to think about and remember from the past few days is that when we're doing a problem involving percent, we're going to be setting up a proportion. And so we have part over total equals percent over 100. So with the part, that's often the tax, the tip, the discount, and that always goes over the total. And sometimes problems ask you for, what is the tax or what is the discount? And we're able to just solve for X. But other times there's a second step involved, right? Because it's asking for a new total. And so if we have to pay tax, we have an additional cost. So we're going to add the tax to our total. If we pay tip, same situation. However, if there's a discount, we get to pay less money, right? So we're going to subtract that discount from our total. So just some things to keep in mind. We're going to actually go ahead and start with number 2 because you guys have been rocking these problems for a couple days, and this one's very similar to how you already know how to work a problem. Okay, so number 2 for partner A says Josue's haircut cost $24. He was charged 8% tax. How much was Josue's total cost after tax was added? Okay, so we are looking for the total cost after tax. All right, so that's super important that we know what we're looking for. And since tax is a percent, we know that we have to set up a proportion. We taught you on day 1 that there's going to be 2 steps. So with the proportion, I always have my 100 in the bottom right. And then above that is going to be, let me add a blue pen. Okay, so above that is going to be my percent, right? So it says it's 8% tax, so I'm going to put 8 on top. The other information it gives me is that his haircut cost $24. So if we're doing up top, it would be saying that $24 is tax, but that's not what it's saying. It's saying that the haircut is $24, so that's going to be my total. And that means that X is going to go up here on top, okay? So, of course, we're going to do our cross product. So we'll do 24 times 8, and then we're going to divide by the number in the diagonal with our variable. So we're going to divide by 100. Remember, when we are dividing by 100, we're going to be moving our decimal to the left 2 places. Okay, so just remember that. Now, when I go back and I think about solving for X, right? So let's just go ahead and do that. So we have 24 times 8, 4 times 8 is 32, 2 times 8 is 16, 17, 18, 19. So I have 192, and then I have to divide by 100. So I'm going to move my decimal 2 places. So X is $1.92, okay? Is that what the problem's asking me for? It says, how much was Josue's total cost after tax? So did he only pay $1.92 for his haircut? No, he paid $24 for his haircut, and then he also paid, so plus $1.92, okay? Oops, I don't know why it wrote 2 twice, but it's just $1.92, okay? So this is how both partner A and B are going to work out problem 2, but partner B is going to use your numbers instead. So instead of a cost of $22 or $24, it's $22 for partner B, and instead of tax of 8%, it's 7% for partner B. Okay, so the second problem that I want you guys to go ahead and move down to is going to be number 4. So we're going to go ahead and skip number 3, and we'll come back to it after. Okay, so let's go to number 4, and we're going to talk about partner B's problem this time. It says a pair of Vans was on sale for $36.50. Okay, and by the way, you should have already pressed pause and finished the last problem. And yes, you can skip number 3. And once you're ready, then you can press play again, and we'll move on to number 4 together. Okay. So now we're back at number 4. It says a pair of Vans was on sale for $36.50. The store was offering an additional 6% off the sales price. What was the final price of the Vans? So we're looking for the final price, right? And we need to do our 2 steps. And I see a percent, so I know I'm going to set up a proportion, right? So with my proportion, I always look for my percent first, and I do have a percent, so I have 6% on top, and 100 always goes on the bottom right. And then I either will have my part or my total, right? So it's saying a pair of Vans was on sale for $36.50, and then they added more of a discount. So there's 6% off of that $36.50. So I'm not saving $36.50, that's the cost of the Vans. So that's going to be my total down here, okay? So you guys are mathematical rock stars, you know what to do from there. But make sure that you come back after you solve part 1 and reread the question. It says, what is the final price? Right? Well, I'm not spending $36.50 because they gave me an additional discount. So I get to spend less. So make sure you think about that and apply that. So go ahead and press pause, and both partners are going to work through problem number 4. Okay, let's move on to problem number 5. And we will come back to problems 1 and 3, but we're going to do number 5 next. So it says, in Tina's closet, there's 64 pairs of shoes. 8 of the pairs are navy. What percent are navy? So I'm looking for the percent of navy, right? So steps 1, steps 2, and I don't know the percent this time, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and put my X there. Okay. And then in her closet are 64 pairs of shoes, 8 are navy. So I'm looking for the percent that are navy, right? So this whole top, the part is going to be navy. All right, how many shoes are navy? It says 8 are navy. How many shoes are in the closet? Well, there's 64. So 64 is going to go here on the bottom. Okay, and it's just asking for a percent. So we don't have a step 2. So again, you're going to go ahead and press pause, and you're going to work through this problem. Okay, so we should have enough that we did together for you to go ahead and successfully finish the rest of these problems. I do want to look real quick at number 10 because we haven't gotten into rational numbers and fractions and things. But on number 10, it says, Donofrio ordered 25 pizzas for a party. At the end of the party, there were only half of the pizzas left. What percent were eaten? Okay, so if you're not sure what half is, we need to change that. We can just change that to a percent, right? So half, so let's think half of $1 is how many cents? Or half of 100% is what? That's 50%. Okay. And then if we look over here on partner B, at the end of the night, a quarter of the pizza was left. So over here, we want to think about how much a quarter costs. So a quarter is 25 cents. So then it's 25%. All right. So get through these problems. You have 10 problems due by the end of class. Make sure that we are working hard and collaborating with our partner, although we're doing our own problems. And just raise your hand if you need help. Great job, guys. Keep up the great work.